What if the brightest smile on screen was actually hiding silent exhaustion off screen? What if the person who always makes you feel better had quietly forgotten to take care of herself? Today, a revelation from Leo Wu about Zhao Lusi's health has taken fans completely by surprise. Not because it is scandalous, but because it is so deeply human. It is a story about quiet pain, quiet courage, and the kind of support that does not shout, but stays. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you may not only see Zhao Lusi and Leo Wu differently, you may also look at your own health and the people who stand beside you with a whole new level of gratitude. Welcome to CNNEWS. Hello and welcome back to CNNEWS, your trusted corner of the internet for gentle storytelling, thoughtful celebrity updates, and drama that touches the heart rather than tears people down. Today's story circles around two names many of you absolutely adore, Leo Wu and Zhao Lusi. On screen, they often bring us laughter, romance, and escapism. But off-screen, there is a quieter chapter that until recently very few people knew about. In a recent conversation, Leo Wu chose to open up about a period when Zhao Lusi was not feeling her best, physically and emotionally. It was not a scandal, not a shocking collapse, not a dramatic hospital scene, but something far more relatable, a health challenge that built up quietly over time, while she kept working and smiling for everyone else. Today we are going to explore. According to Leo Wu, there was a period when Zhao Lusi was working non-stop, filming, events, endorsements, rehearsals. All the usual demands of a rising star. To the public, she looked as bright and cheerful as ever. Her variety show clips went viral, her drama scenes trended, and her social media posts were full of sunshine. But behind that glow, something else was happening. Leo shared that subtle signs began to appear. She was more tired than usual, she brushed off small discomforts, and she often joked that she could rest later, as long as the work was done perfectly today. For many people, this might sound familiar, that habit of telling yourself, it's nothing. I'll be fine. I just need to push through a bit more. Leo explained that it was during a routine checkup, the kind of appointment many of us postpone, that doctors gently suggested she needed to slow down and pay attention to her well-being. Nothing was described as dramatic or sensational, but it was serious enough to be a wake-up call. What surprised fans was not that Zhao Lusi had a health issue. Celebrities are human too, but that she had carried it quietly, without asking the world for sympathy. One of the most touching elements in Leo's account is how he talks about her attitude. He did not describe her as a victim. He did not use words of weakness. Instead, he spoke about her determination. How she continued to show up on set prepared, how she still greeted staff with warmth, and how she tried not to let her worries spill onto others. From one angle, some might say, she should have rested sooner. From another angle, you can see a young woman who did not want to disappoint her team, her fans, or her own standards. Leo highlighted her sense of responsibility, but he also gently pointed out something many of us need to hear. Being strong is not only about enduring, sometimes, it is about knowing when to stop and heal. That nuance, between pushing through and taking care, is at the very heart of this story. When Leo Wu spoke about that period in Zhao Lusi's life, he did not position himself as a rescuer standing in the spotlight. Instead, he described something much quieter and in many ways more powerful, the decision to simply stay. While the world saw Zhao Lusi as endlessly cheerful and energetic, Leo was one of the few people who noticed the small changes. The way her shoulders dropped ever so slightly after a long day, how her laughter sometimes arrived a second too late, or how she would brush off her own discomfort with a quick joke. He sensed that behind the bright image, she was running on reserve energy. Rather than confronting her with dramatic speeches, Leo chose a different path. He offered practical, gentle support woven into everyday moments. On days when their schedules aligned, he would accompany her to medical appointments, not to hover or interfere, but to sit in the waiting room as a reassuring presence. Between shoots, he would check in with simple questions like, "Have you eaten properly today?" Or "Do you want a few minutes of quiet before we go back on set?" It was not grand romance. It was care translated into routine. At home or in private spaces away from cameras, he encouraged small rituals that helped her reconnect with herself. He would suggest short walks after long filming days, invite her to listen to calming playlists he put together, or insist they switch off their phones for an hour and just watch something lighthearted without talking about work. Sometimes they did not need to speak at all. They could sit in shared silence, and in that silence she did not have to perform for anyone, including him. Leo also respected her independence. He did not push her to reveal more than she was ready to share, nor did he tell her how she should feel. Instead, he offered steady reassurance, that she was allowed to slow down, that her worth did not vanish if she took a break, and that he would remain by her side whether she was on screen dazzling millions or curled up on the sofa in oversized clothes and no makeup. In describing all of this, Leo showed that real support is not always loud or dramatic. It often looks like listening carefully, noticing the details, and choosing to walk beside someone at their own pace, especially when they are too tired to walk alone. When news of Zhao Lusi's health quietly spread through the fandom, the reaction could easily have slipped into panic, speculation, or invasive curiosity. Instead, something more mature and unexpectedly beautiful began to form. Many fans described a strange mixture of worry and tenderness. They were afraid for her, yet deeply moved by the fact that she had carried so much in silence. Rather than demanding details, a large part of the community chose to respond with respect. Comment sections filled not with questions about what exactly was wrong, but with simple messages of strength, gratitude, and patience. Some fans started small online campaigns, inviting others to take better care of themselves in her honor. They shared photos of home-cooked meals, early bedtimes and evening walks, tagging them with messages to Zhao Lusi, as if to say, "Because of you, I am finally listening to my own body." Others organized quiet acts of kindness in her name, donating to health-related charities, sending encouragement to hospital workers, or supporting friends who were also struggling in private. Art accounts drew her not as a tragic figure, but as someone resting under soft light, surrounded by flowers and gentle words. International fans translated supportive posts across languages so that her story of resilience could reach more people without being distorted. What began as concern for one actress slowly turned into a mirror, reflecting back to fans their own exhaustion, their own tendency to push too hard. In caring for her, many realized they also needed to care for themselves and for each other. The fandom, often portrayed as noisy or obsessive, showed a quieter side, a collective capable of empathy, restraint, and dignity. In that moment, their love stopped being just admiration from afar and became something closer to a shared promise to live more kindly. So, what do you think about Leo Wu's gentle revelation? Does it change the way you see the pressure behind the spotlight, and the importance of having even one person who truly cares? If this story touched your heart, reminded you to look after yourself, or made you appreciate the quiet supporters in your life, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching news and for spending this time with me today. If you enjoy calm, respectful storytelling about your favorite stars, without unnecessary negativity or gossip, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with someone who might need a gentle reminder to care for their health. Your support helps this community grow, and it truly means a great deal. Take care of yourself, stay kind, and I will see you in the next video.